Marcus, hi, Jim Delapine here. First of all, I want to apologize in advance for any background construction sounds. They are doing some work outside my window here. So that being said, let me just make sure. Wait a second here. Yeah, let me adjust my video to be in the screen here. Okay, there. And let me just do this here. Bring this in, and we are good to go. Bring this here. Okay, so what I've done, I want to show you some text techniques. So this looks really good, and you chose the perfect background here. So what I want to do is just show you some options here. So note that I changed the text, the font rather, for Rhapsody and Roy. Okay, so I note that you put the clipping mask in as the background image. So I'm going to just hide that for now and bring the text up. And let me just change the color of the text so it's easier to work with to white. And here. All right, so I'm going to bring the text up. And what I'm going to do is duplicate this. Okay, so with the text layer active, I'm going to hit Control J. So I now have two text layers. Okay, so I'm going to remove Rhapsody Roy from one and just work with Rockin'. All right, and I'm going to bring this up here and hit Control T to scale this up. All right, and then I'll hit Enter, and that's going to be placed behind the character. And then I'm going to take Rockin'. I'm going to hide that Rockin' layer, and I'm going to show the other one. And I'm going to delete Rockin' from here. And I'm actually going to let me scale this up, Control T. And note that I have all uppercase here. That's for a reason. So I'm going to make it that large here. I'm going to bring this down here and hit Enter. And I'm actually going to duplicate this also. All right, I want Rockin' on one layer, Rhapsody on the other, and Roy on the third. So Control J, and I'll hide one of them, and I'll remove Roy from one, and move it over. And then from the third one, I'll remove Rhapsody. So this way Roy is on that layer. Okay, so I'll move Roy here. So, okay, so we have all our text here. So now I'm going to take Rockin', and I'm going to drag this down to be just above the background layer. I can't seem to get access to it here. Rockin'. Here we go. That should actually be right above the background. Okay, so we have that. So I'll hide that for now and go up here to Rockin', rather Rhapsody. And we can do whatever we want with this. I can, let me see here. I can show, let's see, Rhapsody. Let me duplicate this. I don't know. Let me just duplicate this, bring it here, and make this a clipping mask for that, for Rhapsody. And note that with the clipping mask active, I can now take that image and move it around and bring it wherever I want. But it's kind of, it's really not serving any purpose because it's going into the background. So I'm actually not going to use that. You can play with it, but I'm more concerned with it just being able to be readable. So I'm just going to stretch this up, and I'm going to set it up so it looks like it's basically on the floor. Actually, I don't know how this is going to work. My grand thought here may backfire on me because I want to put Roy on the floor in perspective. We'll make it work. So I'll hit Enter, and now so you can kind of do whatever you want to this, but and it may require here. You can work with the not a drop shadow, but maybe the effects. So let me access the effects by double clicking on the FX and see what I got to do here. So bevel and emboss. You clicking on the name, it allows you to access the personal settings. So let's see, I'll do outer bevel. I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know. perhaps inner bevel is better. I want you to fool around with that and just, get it so it looks 3D. So let's see here. Note that in here you could change the light source by clicking on this little dial here and changing where the light comes from. So that may be helpful. All right, so outer bevel looks like that. So see what you come up with there. Okay. I'm just going to hit OK. You could also make that a color by going to color overlay, clicking on the name color, and then clicking on this color box here. This gives you access to the color picker, which allows you to drag your cursor outside here and sample any of these colors. So you could do that, So that's something to consider. Okay, you can choose any color you want, make it brighter. So I'll just hit OK. And OK again. And that actually should go behind. So let's just drag this all the way down. Actually, both text should also. So let me just drag both at the same time by control clicking on both and drag them back down so everything goes behind your character. All right, and there we go. Open it right above the background. All right, so there we go. So we have Roy. So Roy is kind of still non-existent here. We can't see it. So let me hide Rhapsody. Actually, let me hide Rhapsody. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to clear. I'm going to copy the layer style from Rhapsody to Roy. I'm going to hold down my Alt key and click and drag that FX to the Rhapsody. I'm sorry. Oops. It has to be in reverse. I'm dragging and copying the FX from Rhapsody to Roy. So it has those same attributes now, same colors, etc. All right. You can also go in and customize this. I'm going to change the color overlay, for example. The color of it maybe to be something else. Maybe I'll sample this red here so it stands out more. I'll hit OK. I really don't like how it looks, but let's do this. I want to go to, I don't like how it looks yet, so let me try bevel and emboss. And let's see. You know what? You decide what's best. I don't want to take up the time to experiment right now, but I do want to show you that we're going to give this a perspective. Okay, but that would require you to actually go in and rasterize this layer so it's no longer text. So what you would do is right click on this layer and select rasterize type. All right, so it's no longer an editable font. All right, now what you're going to do is go to, we may want to scale this up slightly. All right, we really want to go as big as we can. So I'm going to hold down Alt key to scale it out and something I guess like that. Okay, I'm stretching it. All right, so Alt key stretches out for the center point, which is in the middle. So I'll hit Enter. And now I will go to Edit, Transform, Perspective. Now what I'll do is click on the bottom left or right bounding box and now pull out and have the lines of Roy match up with the wood grain. Okay, and that looks kind of interesting. Okay, try to center it. All right, so I think that should do it. And see what you want to do with Rockin'. Make that a color. I don't know. But it's an interesting way to do it because this looks 3D. It's on the floor. Roy looks like it's on the floor. And in addition to that, with Roy, you could also put that into, let's see, multiply. Roy, multiply mode. You can try the different modes. So if I hit the down arrow key, why isn't the modes affected there? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to clear the layer styles and see if that works. I don't know. You know what? Disable layer effects. No, 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 never mind. Never mind. All right, so, but you can lower the opacity a little bit. Oh, I don't really like that. I like the brightness of it, but I leave that up to you. All right, I hope that helped. Take care.